birthday special. Today, I have 3 items for you to choose from. The topic of this card reading or this pick a card is going to be their feelings for you. And this is the 18 plus edition. All right, here we have our Delta 8 distillate. Not a distillate pen. It's a vape pen or whatever. It's indica. If you care to know, why is that flashing? That's crazy. All right, and then I have some smokable herbs. This is going to be some dried roses. All right, and then I've got a little grinder thingy, but it's Care Bear flavored or whatever. So these are your 3 items to choose from. This will be number 1, this will be number 2, and this is number 3. All right, let me know which one you guys pick, and I'll leave some timestamps in the comment section so that you can make it to your pile easily. All right, let's go. This is my face. Oh, shit. Now you're looking at my apartment. Okay, so don't mind the apartment. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. I'm going to try to angle down to the... There we go. Right, that was embarrassing. I've got a little laundry to do, so no worries. And then I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm working from home today. It's fine. So here I am. Going to start with number 1. So my first tool that I want to use for you guys is going to be my self-care, the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. All right, I might have to do this in 2 parts. All right, now I'm going to give a shuffle because, you know, I always like to start you guys off with wellness. See what message God wants for you guys to get today. For those who picked my Delta 8 pen here that I've yet to use. You can clearly see the cap is still on. I wish they sold prettier ones of these, but I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to focus for you. Ancestors and spirit guides, for the people who come to my channel at whatever time, in whatever energy, whatever space, and they pick pile 1, what message out of the Sacred Self-Care Oracle would you want to deliver? Do you believe that God has for them? All right, so here only 1 popped out, so I am going to take 1. Oh, no, it was 2. They're just stuck together, which is what I thought. So it looks like they want you to be creative. Here I have make an altar. All right. Now, for those of you that don't know what an altar is, it is a sacred space that you can go to hold for yourself. You can put candles, you can put flowers, you can put candy, anything. You can devote it to your ancestors, a spirit, whatever it is that you choose. You could just look on Google for what an altar is. And then here is the second card that you got, which is create art. All right. So that is some heavy sacral chakra energy. Trying to get you guys nice and creative, nice and grounded. Now the number 16 could be important to you. The number 17. I also noticed that this is like a step up. So that usually means, I guess in numerology or if you study angel numbers, that you are on the right track. So I'm going to take it as a sign for myself. Now you do have a mantra for number 6 if that is what resonates with you. I dedicate space for my sacred ritual practices. Now, they do explain that an altar is a place to gather sacred objects, set intentions, reflect, pray, and feel connected to your spirit in the universe, whether simple or elaborate, permanent or temporary, small or big, inside a home or outside in nature. It is a space for honoring the people, places, things, and activities that enrich the soul. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what the book says, because there's the rest. And give you time to screenshot if need be. I don't know if I know you, but what's up? I know you say, hey, shorty. Hey. And number 17, we're doing a pick a card reading or pick a pile. I set out objects. I'm in pile number 1 now. The topic is, what do they feel about you? And it is the 18 plus edition. All right. And number 17, I'm going to continue, is the mantra, which for create art. I am an artist creating a masterpiece that is called my life. All right. So if you want, I'll give this to you to screenshot. And then I forgot, for number 16, there is a journal prompt as well, if you guys wanted to use that. But here's number 17. You can screenshot that if you want. But those were those two. And I'm going to get started. So think of your person. I know you think of your person. I hope that you have them held in your mind, their energy, your interactions, what you think of them, just your person in general, because I know sometimes situations can vary. And I'm going to get started. Put down my handkerchief. All right. Ancestors, spirit guides, give me some cards on how the person on my pile one's mind feels about them. Okay. Oh, there's more. All right. And then after this, we have... Okay. All right. So I want to start with the first card that came out. Okay. If this is of a love interest, they like you. Or you like them, rather, because this would be my love interest card. No, not right now. This is kind of the video that I wanted to make, DJ. Sorry. And then we have the Five of Cups right next to it. So I can sense that there is some sort of disappointment with this person, regardless of who they are in your mind. I do think that love would be a heavy influence. So this could be someone that you're into romantically. Okay, but they do think highly of you. I see we have the Queen of Pentacles. So they think you've got it going on. They think they think of you as abundant. They feel like you're very kind, very reliable, very responsible. There can be some sort of frustration or heartbreak involved, or just, I would say, some sort of frustration in general. There could have been an argument. There could be a dispute of some sort. Now, I know that this is a Three of Swords, and a lot of people like to interpret this as like a third-party situation, but it doesn't always have to be, just so that you know. I noticed that you also have the Queen of Cups here, so that does let me know that this person thinks highly of you. If this is a romantic situation, they are thinking nothing but positive. They see you as responsible. They see you as loving. They see you as attractive. They see you as someone that they are interested in being with. You're who they want to be with. The Nine of Cups is about emotional gratification, wish fulfillment, getting what you want. And if this is not a person of romance, they do feel as if you are loving, you are responsible, you are a respectable person all around. All right. So I noticed that there is the Hermit card as well as the Five of Swords, which lets me think that there might have been some sort of argument. There may be some sort of tiff that you could be going through with this person, or this person is going through a lot at the moment, which is fine because we all go through things. This person feels like you are very patient and you're hardworking. They see your generosity. All right. They love the way that you handle things. Like if you're someone who's going through something, or they could be someone who's going through something, they feel as if you would handle the situation with stride. They feel like you would handle the situation very well. They feel like you. I'm sorry, I was reading what just popped up. They feel like you have a calm about you, where even if things are rough, or if there's something going on, there's tears, there's heartache, there's drama, there's fighting, there's just drama in general, that you will handle it very well, which is good. They see you as someone who plans, someone who is meticulous, once again, someone who is very responsible. All right, you set out to do things and you do them. All right, this is something that they could probably attest to themselves because they've seen you. Okay, if this is a love interest, this person is focused on building a future with you. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles and Three of Wands side by side. So that is heavy collaborative energy, heavy adding on to the threes. And just to add on to the 18 plus portion of it, this person probably wants to start a family with you. Whether that be, you know, actually making a baby, because, you know, once you get the two, you get the threes. That's kind of how people think. Or, you know, they could get a pet. You know, you get a fur baby or something like that. It really depends on your preference. You would know your person better than I do. But this is how they see you. If this is someone who is not romantically attached to you, or someone that you're not thinking of romantically, they see you going far in life. They see your collaborative abilities, your hard work, your patience, your level-headedness, your amount of responsibility as something that is going to bring you success and take you far in life. You might be someone who is into church or very religious. You could be very religious. And then we have the Hangman, the Moon card, and the Emperor. So what I can tell about this person is that they're trying to make a decision about you. They're trying to figure out how they want to come forward. They're trying to figure out what it is or how to approach this situation. Do you like fur babies? Do you like real babies? Do you want fur babies or real babies? Is the third pentacle to the you being one and them being another, is that, you know, a home? Is it starting a business together? Is it moving in? Is it like, what is that third pentacle for you? I wouldn't be surprised if this person is thinking of proposing, because all the way at my far right, we do have the Ten of Cups. All right, and the Ten of Cups is a family card. That is the big family mashup. That is not your that's not going to be like your immediate family. That's like including your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your grandma, your granddad, your parents. It's not just me, you, the cat, the kids, and your that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're thinking of things in the long haul. They're probably trying to find a way to fit you in. Double emphasis on that you may be religious or have a heavy spirituality about you. Overall, this person does see you as top notch. They see you as the bee's knees. They see you as the sun card. You're like, you know how you watch TV and it's like the heavens open up and then there's that sound that goes, oh, like that's how this person feels about you. And that's why we have them stumped. Like they're really stuck in their head. They have illusions around who you are, around who they are. And it's not something that they're used to, but it's not really an insecurity thing. They're just trying to find a way to figure out how to approach you if this is a love situation. Okay? I don't know who you guys are asking about, but these cards would tell me that if you are not asking about someone romantic and you know who it is that you're asking about, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, that this person is trying to find ways to get at you in a negative way. They are bringing you negative energy some way, shape, or form. It will pass. It's not anything major. I wouldn't count it as anything major, but they are kind of plotting to, you know, mess up your peace. That's for somebody. I don't know who that would be for. So yeah, but I mean, the thing of the matter is they're still stuck in this hangman position because you still handle things with a lot of calm. You handle things with a lot of care. You're very spiritually grounded. You do things by the book. You are relaxing, laid back with your money in hand, your luxuries, and, you know, abundance everywhere. You have a good relationship with family. If you are thinking about more than one person, then you have someone who is thinking about starting a family with you, you know, bringing in the masses of the family, not just having you somewhere as a secret or stowing you away, not just boyfriend, girlfriend, as in married, as in you are family, as in you fit into whatever plans and things that family does. They're thinking about, if you're thinking about romance, this is a romantic person, they are more than likely thinking about how you would fit in at the family reunion, how they would fit in at your family reunion. They probably already talked to their family about you. Whether you believe that or not, it does happen. And you could be seeing that as a blessing because they see you as very generous. They see you as very kind. They see you as someone that they can trust, someone that is trustworthy, you know, but they don't see you as someone who can easily be taken advantage of, but you are very kind. Okay? Let me see if that's it. And then if this person is non-romantic, you would know if this is like a foe or a friend. This is still how they see you. And they're taking all of that into consideration. You know, some people can see you as hot and sexy and all of that kind of stuff. And they're jealous of that. So they're thinking of ways. But because you're not just a pretty face or you're not just a nice body, you know, you've really got it going, you know, on full circle, as I mentioned before, you know, they're really stuck as far as to how they could try to, sorry, my toe was in there and I'm ashy. They're really hung up on how they could get to you, pretty much. But like I said, it's minor. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. If you don't have haters, then you're not doing something right. But I mean, congratulations if you came to the reading about like a person romantically. I did want to show you that there is the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this person is trying to make a decision on you. Okay? They're weighing the pros and cons. They're thinking. You know, probably trying to balance that checkbook. Probably trying to balance that, you know, get certain things in order. If you're thinking of a long-term boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever the heck it is, if it's romance, let me get rid of this. If it's romance, they're thinking of proposing. Like I said, they're thinking of long-term. Let me see. Ancestors and spirit guides, do you have anything else for me? They see you as very feminine. And I do mean that in a general way. Because you could be a man watching. So because I saw the Queen of Cups, they could think of you as someone who cares about their appearance, who takes good care of their skincare, who likes candles and baths and soaps and things like that. And then if you're a feminine, it's the same thing. You know, you're just, you like your hair, for both of you, man and woman, you like your hair done. You like your hairstyle a certain way. You like to dress in a certain manner that is more Venusian or liquidy, watery, feminine, you know? And I think that's all. But about the Queen of Pentacles, another thing, it's not just cute body, cute face. I'm not really into horoscopes like that, so I'm not going to shout out any horoscopes attached to it. But what I get from the Queen of Pentacles is that you're on top of your bills. You're on top of, you know, material. You know, you're about, you know, handling your business. You know, you might be good at cooking. This person is spying on you. Okay? They may look you up on social media. Okay, there could be some astral projection going on. It's up to you. You decide. If the first thing that comes to mind is pretty much what that person is doing. I did want to let you guys know that. So the person is, they're spying, but I mean, if this is your hater, you know, whatever, they're spying. They're trying to get as much information on you as possible. All right. All right. Now let's see what this person would think of you and your, like, just in general. Because if appearance pops out, I'll let you guys know what I get for appearance. Okay, so the burger wanted to pop out. They see you as someone who, like, not like Shrek, but you have layers. I noticed that there are layers. You could dress in layers. You could be a complex, or you could be a mashup of like flavors, so to say. And it, like, you could be like have a bunch of things added to your personality, and it makes something delicious, if that makes any sense. So your tomatoes could be that you love babies, but the bun could be that you still care about old people. You know, the lettuce can be that you like being at home, and then the burger meat could be that you go outside sometimes. Like, it's just everything that makes you you is compiled into something convenient, and they like it. It's delicious, and it's like, a lot of people may like you. A lot of people might like your personality. A lot of people may respect you. A lot of people may care for you. Okay? We have the orange juice. It's almost like you're good for people, like you're healthy. Something about your health. You're good for people's health, whether that be their mental health, whether that be their physical health. You could care about your health a lot. But vitamin C is coming in as very important. Your name could start with C. It could be your middle name. They could nickname you C, in all honesty. And something about the sunshine. You did get the sun card before. And now I'm seeing a lot of yellows. Look at these next three, and I didn't even shuffle yet. And then there's the chocolate. They love your skin. You could be African American. You could have brown. You could, because I mean, you might not be African American. You could be Indian, whatever. Whatever it is, they like your skin. There's something about you that's sweet. Because I'm getting a combination of the chocolate and the syrup. There's something about you that's really, really sweet. It's sweet. They like you because you're sweet, like you're syrupy, and they want to stick to you. This is 18 plus. They want to be stuck to you. There's probably a man that you're asking about. I mean, you do with that information what you wish. And in that cup of coffee, it's like you can make like really nice coffee. I see the infinity sign there, so that's telling me something about the infinity sign. And then again, I see the infinity sign up underneath this hand. So you can be very giving, but not... They're not calling you easy. They're not calling you friendly. They're not saying that you're just some nasty trollop that just... And if you are, that's your business, but that's not what they're saying. They don't think of you in a negative light in that sense, or at all honesty. This person is in awe of you. And again, we got the cola, and that's brown. So, yeah, they see you as very sweet. All right, and yellow is attached to confidence. Yellow is attached to the sun. There is a lyric from Jackson 5 that's coming up, got to be there in the morning, when she says hello to the world. And every time I would hear that portion of the song, I would just think of like the sun coming up. I don't know why. And you know how the sun is like really, really bright. I don't like to keep any curtains. Well, I mean, I keep the blinds, but you know, I like a lot of natural sunlight. So that rings to be true. Let me finish reading this for you. Oops, I didn't mean to throw that out there, but you saw it for a reason. I'm just going to let you interpret that the way that you want it to be interpreted. Yeah, lots of yellows in the moon. This person wants to make you a mother. This person could be a mother. This person sees your maternal energy, and they really like it. See, there's the seed, so that's confirmation as well. And then this broccoli, it's called the mini tree, and it's giving me that energy of sprouting. The yellow is still popping up. There are lots of greens. The greens are popping up. This person sees you as abundant. This person sees you as fertile. You can look up these colors if you need more information, because it will give you a plethora, in all honesty. Your favorite foods can be pizza. You could like ice cream, specifically ice cream sundaes, soft serve. Specifically soft serve. And you may like pretzels. So that was important too. I don't want you guys to think that that is not something, this card is not important, because it is. And I'm going to stop here at this last one. No, I'm going to take that. Okay. So now we have the whipped cream. You do what you want to do with that card right there. Seltzer. This person feels like you're sparkling. This person feels like you are refreshing. They think about you late at night. You're tempting to them. Something, but not in like a bad way. You know how Eve took the apple from the tree? It's not like in a bad way. It's like this person has had some sort of spiritual awakening where they want to step into, it's like, how do I explain it? Okay, so in the Bible they say that they made Adam's match Eve out of his rib, right? They're ready to find their rib. They see you as their rib. And that's pretty deep. The bagged one. Now, back in my day, when they said they bagged somebody, that means they got your number. That means that you're theirs or whatever. But you still do with that what you wish, because it does look like a bag of Doritos. So that's up to you. Wow, this turned into straight romance. But, you know, bear with me. I see some chicken tenders and french fries. Maybe you could have had that. Maybe you could have had that recently. Maybe you're going to eat that now. Maybe that's your favorite meal, because I also have pizza out here. All right. Now, if this person is not romantic, they see you, they love you, pretty much. You're very helpful towards them. They see you doing great things with your life, as I mentioned before. And again, with the chicken tenders, they may know that that is your favorite food, or that could be their favorite food. Okay? And with the quick whip, what I'm getting is, if this is not a romantic person, right? If this isn't a romantic person, they know that they could call on you when they need you. You'll be there, without a doubt. Right? So that's enough of my food cards. And now my closing remarks for pile or group number 1. Because this is going to be a card that has a saying for you. Oh, and it popped up. I don't know if you guys are having a bad day, but it says, it's up to you to find beauty in the ugliest days. Everyone survives some super crappy days. But even when it comes to those crappiest of crap days, if you look back, you can pretty much always find something beautiful. And that is the truth. And I feel like looking at you really brightens this person's day as well. And they see those qualities inside of you. This person thinks that you are beautiful, regardless of who they are to you, regardless of who you thought of. This person thinks that you are beautiful. All right? That was pile number 1, or the people that picked this vape pen. Now I'm going to go to pile number 2. And I may need to stop and come back. So this will be your part 1. But I'm going to keep going as long as I can. Of course, like I started in pile 1, we're going to do your self-care, sacred self-care, because we want to start with self first. You can't pour from an empty cup. Ancestors and spirit guides, what message as far as self-care do you want to give to the people that pick the dried roses? What message of self-care would the people that pick dried roses benefit from? Whoa. Looks like you'll benefit from a lot, but there is something that is catching my eye. You would definitely benefit from meditation. I also see connect to your womb. And one way that you could do that is soaking in a bath. You could also try to spend time with animals. But meditation is going to be your key. And I think that this is pretty self-explanatory. You could be 35. The number 35 could be significant. We all know what's going on the internet with the number 35. So, prayers for you, because I know how people can be. But here's your message. And your mantra is going to be, I'm at peace. All right. So it sounds like there's something that you should not be worried about. And you shouldn't worry anyway. You know. So to start with pile number 2, ancestors and spirit guides, what message do you want to give pile number 2? Oops. Okay, so we have the Judgment card again. Okay. Okay, so unlike pile one, this person is not really spying on you. They're not really much of a spy. They just see you when they see you. I don't know who it is that you're asking about. But for those that picked the rose pile, this person is very passive, I would say, about you and learning about or finding out what it is that you're doing, learning about you, figuring out what's going on in your life, things like that. This person could have just moved to a new home. They do think highly of you. You are something that they see you as someone that they can look up to. They see you as someone who meets their goals. That may stress them out a little bit. So this person may kind of hang back on looking at what it is that you do because it may make them feel a certain way. I can tell. But this person needs rest. This person is hard at work. They have a hard time listening to spirit as well. So I noticed that you're a great person. And I feel like what you shouldn't do is throw your pearl before swine, because first thing that I want to say is that this person, they are the type to compete with others. They're the type to look over at what you're doing, and you're hard at work with what it is that you're doing, and they'll copy you. That's how this person feels about you. And when they can't do whatever it is that you do, the way that you do it, they just would rather look the other way. This person sees you as someone who is moving forward very fast. Someone who obtains their goals very fast. You set your mind to something and you achieve it very fast. Believe me, I'm telling you, very fast. You're very sweet, very kind-hearted, very gentle. Very gentle. This person may have asked you for a favor and you didn't give it to them. And they remember. And you know what? I see the Chariot here. So it's like no matter what you have going on, this person is probably never going to look your way out of pettiness. This person is very petty. All right? It's almost as if your happiness stresses them out. Like it causes them some sort of, it makes them feel some sort of loss in a way. This guy looks defeated. So I wouldn't say it stresses them out, making them pull out their hair and not even cry. It just makes them feel inadequate. So this person feels like you're better. This person, you make them feel inadequate in some way. I don't know what you have going on in your life. If this is romantic, then they feel inadequate. This probably has a lot to do with your finances. A lot to do with you being relaxed, a lot to do with you being laid back, a lot to do with all of your business being handled, and you're just sitting on your throne. You can sit down if you want, but you've been sitting down for so long that you'd rather stand, you know, a lackadaisical type of way. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. You are living in the destiny that God provided for you. I know that sounds like so cliche. And I'm looking at this parrot. And I met someone named Tiago a little while ago. So you might like watching the movie Aladdin. You could go look into that. It might be a movie. You could remind them of Princess Jasmine. Heck, you could remind them of Aladdin, honestly, because he has, his character exhibits traits that are kind of admirable. You know? This person sees you as cunning. This person sees you as someone who can fly. We have the tarot card next to the star card, which is a 16 and 17. Those numbers could be significant. You could have come from pile 1. But usually with the Tower, that's a big shakeup. That's a big change. And then the Star is the healing and the rebuilding and the settling after. So this person sees you as someone who is steadfast. You could be a student. You could be, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be like in actual school. It could mean that you just like, taking a walk through the park and observing, learning about people. You could have just started a new job. This could have been a person that you're about to sleep with, or someone that you've slept with in the past. I wouldn't let this person in, but you probably don't see it, and I get it. No need to be upset about anything. But you make them feel kind of inadequate, like as if they were a failure. Like you make them think of all of the things that they've done wrong and the fact that they had opportunities to do better. Now, this could be someone that you came to me asking about romantically or what, but all in all, this person they feel inadequate. So it's like and don't get me wrong, they want to spy, they want to look at you, they want to see things that, you're doing because they're nosy. And I'm sure you're an interesting person, but they don't want to look because they know that it's going to send them into not even necessarily feeling of missing out, because feeling of missing out is like, it's like imaginary. Like whatever it is that this person sees in you that they are missing, they know that they messed up. They know that they've done wrong. They know where they could do better. You could be Middle Eastern, or the Middle East is important to you in some way. Hold on. I know this looks crazy, but bear with me. Yeah, you guys could have come from pile 1. I'm torn between putting the apple back, because maybe this person thinks that they're for you. I hate that I use that term, but maybe this person thinks that they are for you, but there's hesitation. Maybe this person at some point was for you and things were going good and something happened, and now it's just kind of like they may feel inadequate. They're hesitant. This person notices your skin. Colorism is a real thing. They may not like it. You could be a nice shade of brown, and it just might not be doesn't tickle their fancy, I would say. Some people are sick that way, but bear with me. They think of you as what's between your legs. What's between your legs has them if you're a female, what's between your legs has them, I don't want to say captivated, because I wouldn't call this a good thing per se. They do like that you are a straightforward person. And you seem very dainty, very classy, very elegant, very confident. Again, the Middle East, they see you as smooth, but you've got a grit to you. I don't know if you've ever had hummus, but it's like a really smooth paste, but you can tell like it has that like gritty feel because they make it out of chickpeas, so it has like that it has that texture to it. When this person thinks about you, they may feel like they need a drink. And I mean heavy drink, because I'm heavily focused on this shot glass. You might be shorter than them, and that may be something else that they think of your appearance. They may not mind that so much. Maybe you've been to the movie theater with this person and they like going to the movies. I'm seeing more orange than yellow. So they see you as creative. You can look up the color orange and see what the spiritual significance of orange is, if that will help. And it looks like I got out 2 piles from this one. So I'm going to go ahead and give pile 2, which I know was pretty darn short, a message. But I really didn't get much, and I'm so sorry. But let me see what your message, I guess, for like your spirit and inspiration is going to be. Oh, you got 2. I'm going to take 2. Actually, I'm going to give you 3. And this one for good measure. All right. So you've got meditation again. All right. And I did just shuffle these cards. I didn't do a magic trick, because you guys really need to go within. You can screenshot this if you feel the need. They also are advising that you feel your feelings. Is making sense now. You are not your situation. For those of you that resonated with the person only thinking of you as for what's between your legs, just so vulgarly, you're not your situation. It's not the end of the world that this person, it's them. It's the way that they think. They have to do some soul searching and figure out a better way. You know, you can't throw your pearl before swine. You know, pigs don't know what to do with diamonds. You know, they can't do anything with them. So therefore, it's just mud, you know. And now, I love this message, manifest out of your dreams. I would leave this person behind. I would focus on building my future. I would focus on gaining a future. I would keep going, because you sound like an amazing person. You sound like you know what's going on in the world. You sound like you have very amazing potential, even if it doesn't feel like it at the moment. This person, they admire that about you. I would say that your traits are very admirable. Okay. But the world is your oyster, and you can do with it what you want to do. All right. And I think I'm going to stop there. This were the rose pile, but I am being drawn to opening this and looking inside. This person's life is chaotic. Yours is plush. Yours is soft. Yours is soft, for lack of a better term. This person could have seen you as the mother of their children at some point. They see you as someone who's always trying to maintain their cool, always trying to keep a level head, always trying to stay steps ahead, always protecting yourself, always thinking ahead. They don't like that. And to me, that's pretty weird. Maybe Oregon has something to do with you. Teeth. Something about your teeth. I'm looking at the number 7. This person could be American. You can be American. Both of you can be American. Certified. Certified is standing out to me. Sometimes that could be like slang, or you could have a certification in something. Maybe they're thinking about going to go get a certification. Maybe they just see you as someone who is smart. Like you know your way around life. I'm paying specific attention to the word celebrating life through ritual. All right, I gotta go. And I'll be back with part 2. And that's going to be pile number 3, okay? 44:34 on the clock. As I said that, I gotta go. Bye-bye.